Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in my channel. I appreciate you watching. I want to start this video with a quick preface, an apology. Sorry for not making a video in so long. I know I said I was going to make an effort to post on a schedule and keep regular uploads, and obviously that didn't quite happen, but we're going to get back on the horse and start it all over again. And I figured what better to share a video and share some insight than to talk about one of my favorite crystals and something that's helped me a lot, so I can share my information and help you guys maybe get some of the same benefits that I've had from this stone. So obviously we're going to be talking about Rose Quartz from the title of this video. Obviously Rose Quartz is a member of the quartz family as far as its mineral class. You can find this stone basically anywhere on the planet. You can find most minerals anywhere that they have the right, physical capability, right resources to form. Like I said, it's all over the planet, but it's commonly commercially mined in a lot of different areas like Madagascar and Brazil, or South Dakota, Namibia, South Africa, etc. But since it is a member of the quartz family, I should preface and give you a little bit of information. Quartz is formed just by certain minerals and atoms forming together geometrically, naturally, very in complex patterns, and that kind of gives them their structure, and it allows them to form in certain shapes like, hexagons or triangles or double helixes. The quartz family actually can form double helix quite often, and if you recall, that is the exact same shape as the human DNA. So some people regard that as why we are able to connect with these crystals so easily and implement the healing powers of them into our life. It's kind of like we're connected to them. So without further ado, we're going to start talking about my favorite crystal, Rose Quartz. Isn't this beautiful? This is one of my favorite healing crystals for its subtle energy and also the major changes it can implement into your life. It's a really beautiful stone, and it's helped me tremendously throughout my life. Well, more importantly, throughout the last year or so, once I started really working with it, honestly. But without further ado, let's dive in. It's a member of the quartz family. This Rose Quartz is actually associated with the heart chakra because of the frequency and vibration it brings. It's the Stone of Unconditional Love. It'll resonate with your heart. It allows you to bring peace and joy and understanding and patience into your life, and all the good things that love brings. It's a healing stone. That's what I want to emphasize. This is a stone of healing. It elevates your consciousness, and it allows you to look at all the problems in your life as far as trauma, pain, misunderstandings, trust issues, all the things that are hurting you or holding you back, and it allows you to look at all those things objectively with like I said, it elevates your consciousness. So it's going to be subtle when you keep this stone around you or meditate with it. You're going to feel subtle calm from the stone emanating out of it, from its energy. But also, since it does elevate your consciousness and the heart chakra is connected to your third eye and your crown chakra, you're going to notice yourself becoming more intuitive and more connected to the universe. And when you start healing with this, like I said, you're going to be subtly calm because of the energy it protrudes. But because of the work on your other chakras, you're going to be able to identify, or not identify, but you're going to be able to understand your trauma a little bit better, and you're going to be able to understand how you can move forward from these painful experiences and how you can start to implement love into your life and share the compassion with others. And that's really, really important as far as healing and actually making progress on your journey, because there's been a lot of times where I've been held back by some negative event in my past, or some trauma, or some issue with loving myself or something like that, and this stone has helped me tremendously work through pretty much all of it. If I ever have any problems as far as emotions or anything that I know I need to heal through, this is my go-to stone. I literally have this giant rock next to my bed aligned with my heart to keep me in check. It's one of my favorites. Like I said, it's a stone for elevating your consciousness, so this is going to make you more intuitive and bring about positive change in your life and allow you to share love with other people. So the subtle energy, like I said, it helps you forgive others, and it also helps you forgive yourself, so you can love yourself first before you share that love with others. Like I said, it's unconditional love, so it's not necessarily romantic love, even though it does work for that as well. It works for, honestly, love in every relationship. And it's also a stone of trust and compassion. So, most trust issues come from some sort of pain or trauma or tension or conflict. And first you need to be able to look at all those negative experiences objectively and not identify with them and learn how to move forward past them. So once you are able to move the negativity out of your life, the stone will allow you, it will actually pretty much force the positivity back. It's a very fluid stone, and because of that, a lot of people associate this stone with the element of water. And I feel like that's very true. It's fluid, very, very fluid. I think I've said enough about what this stone does and the energy it brings. So without further ado, I'm going to tell you guys how you can begin to implement this stone and its healing energy into your life, and how you can reap the benefits as well from this stone. And you don't necessarily need a crystal this big. This is a fairly big and expensive piece. This stone is a subtle energy, but like I said, it does have a lot of power, so it's not necessary to get a piece this huge. I just really, really, really love rose quartz, so I saw this and it just called out to me and I had to buy it. But like I said, you can buy a lot smaller pieces and also fairly inexpensive, whether you want to get like a double terminated point or just a tower, work with grids, or you could even just find some raw chunks or tumbled stones. Those are smoother, a lot easier to carry, a lot more convenient. But as soon as you get your rose quartz, one of my favorite ways to reap the benefits is to meditate with it. And you don't have to necessarily be the best at meditating. Just find your crystal, hold it in your hand. If you can comfortably hold it against your heart chakra, that will actually help you get the vibration directly into your body. But quartz actually reflects white light, so that is every color of the visible spectrum, so it really vibrates against every one of your chakras. So don't worry about holding this directly up to your heart, because you're going to receive the healing benefits regardless just by having the stone around you. So once you hold the stone, I usually hold them in my hands comfortably while I meditate or set them around me. And you can just, connect with your breath just like you do normally when you meditate, and you might be, experiencing some negativity, and that's probably why you're healing with the stone in the first place. But you need to start looking at those good and the bad feelings that you're experiencing and disconnect from the emotion, and don't judge those feelings and thoughts. You need to learn to observe them. And while you're observing them, connect with your breath. And when you inhale, visualize. Visualization is a really, really important tool for meditation and working with stones. So keep this in mind. Visualize in your third eye while you're meditating. Visualize yourself breathing in the beautiful pink light of this stone, and visualize yourself breathing out all the negativity, all the frustration, the anxiety, the depression, the resentment, anger, anything that's holding you back in life. You breathe that out slowly, and then once you breathe out, you have more room to breathe in more of the loving energy from your crystals. So you just do that for maybe 20 minutes. That's about an ideal meditation. If it's starting to get uneasy, maybe cut it short at 15 or 10 or 5. Never push your meditation. It should feel natural. But like I said, you should feel some pretty instantaneous benefits from meditating with this stone. It's a very, very powerful stone, and it has some power to it, but it also has the subtle calming energy, so it's one of my favorites. It's always been a stone that's able to put me at ease very quickly, no matter what I'm going through. It's one of the best stones I go to when I have problems loving myself, or, ooh, wow, there's a deer just running by. I love making videos in nature. This is amazing. It's one of the best stones to help you love yourself, or to put aside anger you're feeling towards yourself or other people, or put aside resentment or fear. It's one of the best stones I have in my collection, and I am forever grateful for it. It's one of the best stones. And to kind of wrap this video up, when you start working with rose quartz or any crystal, you're going to need to learn how to keep the energy in that crystal strong and vibrant, and keep your crystal charged. Like I said, this stone is associated with water, so water is a really good way to charge your stones. You can put them in water. You can run them through running water a couple times to cleanse them. You can also put your crystals in sunlight. Here's the thing. You can put quartz in sunlight, but colored quartz, it's actually not recommended to keep it in direct sunlight for too long, because your quartz will lose its color. It'll start becoming lighter and kind of washed out. which isn't a big deal. It's going to lose some luster. It's not going to be as pretty, but it's still going to hold energy. But I mean, one of the great things about this stone is how beautiful it looks. So you really don't want to expose it to too much sunlight too often. I would recommend, if you have rose quartz that you want to charge in the sun, maybe limit it to about 10 to 15 minutes before you take it out. This big piece that I have, I was recommended to only give it about 10 minutes of direct sunlight to charge when I'm doing that. But one great way you can charge your crystals is in the moonlight. And tonight is a full moon. It's technically a pink moon. So bring your rose quartz outside and charge it, because there's a lot of lunar energy going around tonight and crystals love that stuff. So you'll notice whenever you've been using your crystal for a while, it's not going to be giving you as many of the benefits, and it's going to feel weaker once you start absorbing its energy. And you can exchange your energy, but at a certain point, it's going to need to recharge. So make sure you bring it outside, bring it into water, or bring it under the moon, especially tonight because of the full moon. At this point, that kind of wraps up all that you really need to know about rose quartz as far as beginning to implement it into your life and start to use it for its healing properties and start to make progress in your journey. I hope you found this video valuable. Hope you learned something from it. If you're looking for rose quartz and don't know where to find some, check out my website, metagiftshop.com. We have a whole category for crystals, rose quartz. It's all on sale right now, about 20% off at least, and you can get an additional 20% off using coupon code LOVE on the checkout. So please check that out if you're trying to get some healing energy in your life. Peace, love, and light. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time. I appreciate it. I just wanted to show you guys really quick because you couldn't really see it on the video while I was filming with my tripod up here, but we actually did today's video on top of a tree that is suspended over these two hills. So we're actually kind of floating up above the ground right here because we like to live on the edge. So if you guys want to see more really insane, intense crystal education videos in nature, please tune back in again, and I'm going to be teaching you guys some more stuff about more crystals. Thanks again, guys.